My wife had always told me men are naturally cheaters, and how I will also cheat on her too, but I recently found out her coworker and she have been dirty texting each other for a while now, and he is married and just had a kid. For our entire marriage, my wife has been completely obsessed with the idea that I would eventually cheat on her. She read articles about male biology and evolutionary psychology constantly. She watched documentaries about infidelity. She had this whole theory that men are genetically programmed to spread their genes and that monogamy goes against our very nature. She said it wasn't about me specifically as a person. She said it was just science and biology. She said all men eventually stray, and she was just preparing herself emotionally for when it inevitably happened to her. I spent 8 years trying to prove her wrong every single day. I was completely transparent about everything. She had access to my phone and all my passwords without restriction. I checked in constantly when I was away from home. I never gave her any reason to doubt me or question my faithfulness. I thought if I was patient and consistent enough, she would eventually learn to trust me completely. I was wrong about what the real problem actually was. 3 weeks ago, my wife left her tablet on the couch while she went to pick up our daughter from dance class. A notification popped up on the screen from someone named Derek. The preview showed enough words that made my stomach drop instantly. I know I shouldn't have looked at her private messages, but something told me I needed to see more. What I found was months of messages between my wife and her coworker Derek. Explicit messages describing things in graphic detail. Photos exchanged back and forth. Voice notes. Descriptions of things they wanted to do to each other when they finally got the chance. Plans to meet up that apparently fell through a few times because of scheduling conflicts. They had been doing this for at least 6 months based on the message history. Derek is married. His wife gave birth to their first child just 4 months ago. My wife knew this fact very well. She mentioned the baby in one of her messages, making a joke about how tired Derek must be from the night feedings and how she could help him relax. She was flirting with a man whose wife was recovering from childbirth while simultaneously lecturing me every single week about how men are biologically incapable of being faithful partners. The hypocrisy was absolutely staggering to witness. When my wife came home, I was sitting on the couch with the tablet in my hands. She saw my face and knew immediately what had happened. She didn't even try to deny what I had found. Instead, she started making excuses immediately. She said it was just texting and nothing physical ever actually happened between them. She said Derek pursued her aggressively and she was weak and gave in. She said it wasn't the same as what she always warned me about because it was just online flirting. I asked her to explain how exactly it was different from cheating. She couldn't give me a real answer that made any sense. I moved into the guest room that night without another word. The next morning, I called a divorce lawyer. When I told my wife I was filing, she was genuinely shocked by my decision. She said she thought we could work through this with couples counseling. She said I was overreacting to some harmless flirting. She said if anything, this proved her point that all humans are susceptible to temptation, not just men. I pointed out that I had been completely faithful for 8 years while she built an entire philosophy around why I would eventually fail her. Then she was the one who actually betrayed our marriage vows. I pointed out that Derek's wife deserved to know the truth about her husband. My wife begged me not to tell her. She said the woman just had a baby and this news would destroy her completely. I said that was Derek's problem now since he made the choice to cheat on his postpartum wife. I found Derek's wife on social media and sent her screenshots of everything I had found, every message, every photo, every voice note. She called me the next day crying and thanked me for telling her the truth. She said she had suspected something was wrong but couldn't prove it. She said she was filing for divorce too. My wife is furious that I told Derek's wife about the affair. She says I ruined his marriage and his family. I reminded her that she and Derek ruined those things themselves with their choices. I just made sure the other victim knew the truth. The divorce is proceeding now. My wife still insists what she did was different from actual cheating. She doesn't see the irony. Projection is powerful. Sometimes the person most obsessed with a betrayal is the one most likely to commit it.